What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I know I haven't posted for 2 weeks and I'm really sorry about that. I feel awful, but I have just been super busy with school and I was in a show, and so we had like tech week, and so I didn't have time to film. But I'm back and I promise I will try super hard to stay on schedule and actually post when I say I'm gonna post. I feel really bad about it, but today I have a really fun and interesting story for you. It's actually a little bit frustrating because I just, like, as you can probably tell by the title, I had a really disappointing interaction experience with Zipcar. And for those of you who don't know what Zipcar is essentially this like car sharing company where you can apply to be a member, and they send over like a zip card, like a key, and you can go to these like different Zipcar stations and essentially like borrow the car for a couple hours, and you get paid, you get charged based on how long you use the car for, blah 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 blah. So as you know, I got my license like about a month ago, and I've been really wanting to drive around because I love driving and I also don't have a car, so it's a great way for me to like just build my skill and like not forget how to drive and whatever. So I was like, great, I'm gonna apply for Zipcar because our college offers a student discount, which means that like the membership fee is a lot less expensive and it's just like really nice. So I was like, why not? So I went ahead and applied for a membership account, whatever, a month ago, so October 2nd, and I was like super excited. I got the email saying that I got approved and that my Zipcar key or whatever to like access all the cars was gonna get here to me in 3 to 5 business days. So I was like, great, sounds awesome. But then like about a week and a half goes by and I still haven't received anything, and I haven't gotten any like updates or any like, you know, like email being like, oh, like there's a little bit of a delay, but don't worry, it'll get to you. So I emailed them being like, hey, I haven't received my card yet. I just want to know what the status of it is and whether or not I'll be getting it soon. One thing I forgot to mention is that this like membership that I applied for through the college like discount gives me a month free trial to see if I like want to pursue Zipcar, I guess. So my month starts the day of my account being approved, and so like a week and a half passed and I haven't gotten my card yet. So I was like kind of getting a little bit like, oh, like my month is kind of running out, like I want to get my card and really try it out and see if I like it, if it's convenient. So I email them and I get no response, and then 2 weeks go by and I email them again and no response. So essentially I sent like 3 emails just being like, hey, like I'm not sure if you got my first email, but like I would like some updates. I haven't received my zip card yet. It's okay if there's a delay, just please let me know. But then all 3 of my emails got ignored. So then I decided to call them, and the person who picked up the phone was like really rude to me. Like, let's say his name was like Broccoli, I don't know. Broccoli was essentially like kind of very dismissive about the fact that I hadn't received my card, and he couldn't really answer any of my questions like straight up. He would just keep going like, wait for your card, it's gonna get there, like blah 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 blah. And so then I was like kind of upset after that phone call just because it just really wasn't helpful. So then I was like, fine, like I'll wait a few more days. Another few days passed, and then I received an email from member services. Obviously Broccoli had like pushed my case to like the upper people, and like they sent me an email because I asked Broccoli like, what happens with the month trial? Is there any way that can be extended or pushed back, because it's been over 2 weeks now and I haven't even gotten a chance to like get in a Zipcar and actually try it out, and like in 2 weeks my month trial is over, so I didn't even get a full month to really like experience it. So then the person who emailed me after that phone call essentially is saying like, oh, like we understand your frustration, but we can't do that for you. And I was just like super upset about that, just because I felt like the email itself wasn't very like professional, and they like didn't take accountability for the things that they like made mistakes on, which is the fact that they actually sent out my zip card 10 days after my account was approved and didn't let me know. So then like that was like another thing that I like found out in that email. So I sent back an email responding to it and explaining my whole situation and trying to like kind of just like get a little bit more clarification as to where things went wrong. And like, yeah, anyway, so I was just really upset, and I like wrote this email and I sent it back. Yeah, whatever. So I sent it back, and obviously that email got ignored. So that really upset me. And then 3 weeks go by and it's like almost 3 weeks and a half now, and I call them back and again it's the same, like, yeah, like, wait for your card, it's gonna get there, essentially kind of making me seem like I was being super impatient, but it had been 3 weeks and my month trial was ending in a week. And then the caller was like, let's say his name is Asparagus was like, yeah, just wait for a few more days. If it doesn't get there by this date, call us back. So that day rolls around, it's not there obviously, so I call them back, and this time, let's say Mushroom picks up, and Mushroom was a little bit more helpful in that Mushroom found out that they actually did send out my card, but it had been bounced back to them, so they were in possession of the card. And so when I called wait, who was the guy before? When I called Asparagus was essentially lying to me and like didn't really have concrete proof that it was still on its way. Asparagus just kind of assumed and just like told me to wait. So then I was like upset about that, but then somehow when I was talking with Mushroom, the phone got cut off, and I thought, I was like shocked because I was like, did they just hang up on me? Like, so I called back, but because this is like, I don't know how it's like like I don't know how it works, but I don't speak to the same person I spoke to before. So then like Cauliflower picked up, and then I had to re-explain the whole situation to Cauliflower, and Cauliflower was like, okay, we're gonna try to get one sent to you. And then so my month trial ended essentially yesterday, and so I called them back 2 days ago to cancel my account because my Zipcar wasn't here. I didn't receive any follow-up email or anything like explaining the situation. So I called them back and I was like, hey, I want to cancel my account and I would really like to speak to your supervisor. And the guy who picked up the phone, let's say his name is, I don't know, what's another disgusting vegetable? Carrot. Let's say Carrot picked up, and Carrot was like, oh, like, what is this about? And so I was like, oh, I really just want to speak to your supervisor, but Carrot insisted on knowing what happened. So I had to re-explain my whole situation to Carrot, and then Carrot was like, oh, okay, like, okay, I'll like pass this along to my supervisor. So then I waited on the phone for like 5 minutes for the supervisor to pick up, and the supervisor picked up. Let's say the supervisor's name was Beets. No, not Beets. Peas, because I hate peas. Let's say his name is Peas. Peas was essentially like, all right, what happened? Like, tell me what's up. And so I was like, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. And I'm super upset with you guys just because your customer service was like, I've never had an experience like that before where I felt like as a customer, I wasn't respected or valued at all, and my opinion didn't matter, and the fact that I was ignored and that I didn't ever get a clear answer, and that whatever, I was just super upset about. And so Peas was like, okay, like, totally understand, like, we'll cancel your account and I will like put this like case forward to my supervisors, so like to ensure that this doesn't happen to other customers. And I was like, yeah, because like this is so not fair, and like I like really was excited about Zipcar, but like now I just like don't, and I don't think I would ever recommend it to anyone, just because even if you guys are a great service, if you can't handle issues and you can't take responsibility for faults, or you can't even just like have the decency to respond back to your customer's email, like that's not good. Like, you are losing the basic foundation of being a good business, which is like creating good, trustworthy relationships with your customers and clients or whatever. And I said that, and so I canceled my Zipcar account, but then I think Peas missed the whole point of what I was saying, because then Peas sent me an email being like, thank you for your patience. We've extended your free trial. Which is not what I was calling for. I was calling to cancel. And so now I have to call again and be like, hey, like, I'm canceling my account. Like, I don't want it anymore. So I've literally been dealing with this for the past month because it's been building up for such a long time, and there was no like nice solution to it where I feel like, okay, like fine, like they tried, they made an effort. I like just don't care anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like so upset, but like I'm also like not, because like I couldn't, like, I don't want to waste any more time and energy into this. So that was my experience with Zipcar, and honestly, like, it probably would have been easier for me to just buy a car than go through all of this, because it was so annoying and just super stressful. But that's my life, so that's a quick update as to what's been happening. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will hopefully see you guys next week, because I will actually try to film and post on time. Okay, bye!
so away.